How come you knew I was home?
Well, I saw your car and did some brilliant deducting.
It's not always the ESP, John. Sometimes it's basic eyesight.
That's a relief. For a moment there, I thought you might be clairvoyant, too.
Just bright.
Well, that I can deal with.
And extremely passionate.
Oh, that I can deal with, too.
I know.
But not right now.
They don't have time because they have to pack to fly to Las Vegas. John has a business trip there.
I have to go upstairs and pack my suitcase. You want to come and watch?
Why?
Well, I happen to be the fastest packer in the West. Isn't that great?
I guess so.
What do you mean you guess so? Don't you know what a talent like that can do?
What?
Give us time.
Sooner or later, John is going to have to come to grips with the fact that not right now is not an acceptable answer.
You know, Jerry's working up there, too.
Hey, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen him on stage.
Honey, that's because he hasn't had a job since you've known him.
Really good, huh?
Oh, he's great. He's better than good. The trouble with Jerry is too busy living it up. He'd rather live it up than he would work.
And who wouldn't?
Look, do me a favor. Don't tell Jerry that.
Jerry takes it a little too much to heart. Let's check in on him. Jerry is very good. If he'd get off his duff and do this more often, he could go places. Trumpet was the first instrument I learned when I started studying music seriously. If you watch his fingers, he's really playing that. Jack Sheldon was known for his amazing trumpet playing and all-around musicianship. He got cast as someone who plays the trumpet a lot. Imagine that. I don't think he ever complained. I definitely wouldn't in his place. They take a break and he joins Sally at her table. John isn't here yet.
Jerry, you are really terrific.
Jazz is my life.
Then how come you don't work more often?
Well, I love gambling and boozing and chasing chicks more.
Well, at least you're honest.
Well, I thought it might disarm you.
Why do you want to disarm me?
Because I want a favor. See, I've given up that chasing chicks and carousing and boozing. Oh, Marty, can I have a double scotch, please?
Scotch doesn't count as boozing, you understand. Right now, he's nervous. He has a real shot at leading his own band. So what's the catch and how does Sally get roped in? I mean, where does she fit in?
I need $5,000, Sal.
I don't have $5,000, Jer.
They do.
Who do?
The casinos do. They have many $5,000. I thought maybe you could convince them to contribute to the career of a young, talented, penniless musician.
He says we find a blackjack dealer that you can read and you win the money for me. She's against it, but Jerry is as persuasive as it gets. The only thing missing is the puppy dog eyes.
Sally, all my life I had to depend on John to bail me out. This is my chance to take that burden off his shoulders.
And put it on mine.
Only for a little while.
Oh, Jerry, I don't know.
Would tears make a difference? Undying gratitude? A slave for life?
Nah, musicians make lousy slaves. We can't focus on a task for more than one measure at a time.
You getting anything?
Cannelloni, fettuccine alfredo, and a side order of fries.
You hungry?
No, he is. He's thinking about what he wants to eat once he gets off duty.
She can read him. She sits down, places a small bet, and learns a new phrase.
What do you say when you want to just leave it all there?
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Soon enough, she has the $5,000 plus a little. She's ready to go cash in and give Jerry the money.
John,
Honey, you ran $20 into all this?
how about that?
You really gamble.
Well, yes and no.
Sally is trying to point out that there are rules against counting cards and that sort of thing, but there are no rules about ESP. It's lame and she knows it.
Look, Sam. We've been forced into being totally honest with each other, right? Well, I just think we ought to try to extend some of that honesty to the rest of the world. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Again, Jerry is as persuasive as can be, but once she's away from him, she realizes John is right. Still, they can't just give the money back, they'll have to lose it.
Hey, you did it. My ship finally came in.
Your ship came in, and we're going to sink it.
What's he talking about?
We're gonna lose the money back, Jerry.
You know, I always liked your sense of humor before.
I'm not kidding.
Give me one good reason.
Honesty.
I said a good reason.
Sally may be susceptible to his persuasions, but John has known him all his life. Next stop, the roulette table.
Put everything on red.
Why red?
It's my unlucky number.
Red.
It's fate, John. That's fate. You can't go against fate. If you do that, believe me, the gods will be sore as heck.
He may be right because they can't lose. Sally says, let it ride. Oh, stop that. She says, let it ride on red. Bam, they win again. Let's try something else. Meanwhile, that pit boss in the pink tie is following them everywhere.
You betting all of it?
Well, easy come, easy go.
Hopefully it'll be easy since she can't read this guy. Hitting on 20 should do the trick.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot.
Or not. She can't lose. Her next hand is a blackjack. The pit boss has seen enough. He says, the manager would like to see you in his office, please. Oh, good. Ambassador Sarek is the manager. He'll be completely logical about the whole thing. Mark Leonard made his fame with the role of Sarek, but he did lots of other stuff. He joined the Army in 1943 and trained as a paratrooper, but he never got to use it. They gave him some kind of technical job behind the lines instead, and that was where he discovered acting. When he got out, he took some acting lessons and made his debut as Balthazar in The Greatest Story Ever Told. He was already 41, but once he got a foot in the door, he didn't hurt for jobs for the rest of his life. Right now, he may be a little concerned for his job if he doesn't figure out how these two are gaming the system.
Suppose you're curious about our system.
Fascinated.
Would you believe luck?
Oh, we're great believers in luck. Of course, sometimes people make their own luck.
Well, you know, the weird thing is we were trying to lose the money.
Lose. Don't you think you're carrying credibility a little too far?
Well, they're already in a deep hole, may as well try the truth.
My wife can read people's minds. And one of the people's minds she could read happened to be your blackjack dealer. And, well, as a lawyer, I'd like to point out that no precedent has ever been established whereby a patron gifted with ESP is not at liberty to pursue the normal activities available to the public at large.
In other words,
It's not illegal.
Good point. Sarek will surely see the logic in that.
oh. Well, we're not too concerned with legalities right now.
I was afraid of that.
Or not. He wants to know if she can read anybody in this room. She can't read anybody but John, but she feels they should know what he's thinking.
Yes, you see, right now he's very steamed. And actually, I don't blame him, because we came in here and we told you the truth, but you didn't believe us. And that has made him very angry. Now, he is thinking of taking me out of here and teaching you a lesson by cleaning out your casino. Isn't that right, John?
Yes, that's about the gist of it.
Now, I know you're in the gambling business, but do you really want to take that chance?
Or do you want to take your money back, get out of our faces, and let us go home?
They insisted on taking my picture before we left.
They probably want to send it to every casino in the country.
You mean I'm famous?
Notorious,
I thought it was nice the way they escorted us to the airport. And they were so helpful carrying our bags.
And searching them.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't swipe any towels.
Okay, get out of their faces may have been a little much to ask, at least until they were on the plane.
Mundane.
What?
A 7-letter word for ordinary.
Wrong.
She forgot to listen for what letters are already there, or he got one of the crossing words wrong. Either way, it really doesn't matter.
Well, why do you sound so pleased about it?
Because you may be great at reading my mind, but you are lousy at crosswords.
Maybe, but I have great potential in other games.
He won't be finishing the crossword anytime soon anyway.
John, what are we going to do about Jerry?
Let him find his own girl.
I ask him serious questions and he gives me old jokes.
Okay, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it at all.
Good.
John, that's so nice of you to co-sign a loan for him.
Jerry can get his band going. And that is this week's cliffhanger. Continuity being what it is in sitcoms. Next week, will anybody remember that he has a band? Read the frickin' line. Why don't you tell me to read the frickin' line?